dog that you have to give the...
One of them.
Oh, wow.
I got two.
Well, I can tell you, I never thought Freddie would clean one of our children, and he sits there and wipes Bud's. I think so, telling the story about.
Don't let David see it because I'm smoking.
Huh?
If you've
Oh,
got that
well, I'm
tape
not.
running, you better turn it off. Because Phyllis doesn't want you to have tape of her.
Well, he knows you're smoking.
She thinks he's that dumb.
I'm here.
It's was the small field player with a can that he was kicking. I walked across the road, got the slimy smell of someone frying chicken. Well, it took me back to something that I lost somewhere, somehow, along the way.
On a Sunday morning sidewalk.
Whoa. Wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. There's something in a Sunday makes somebody feel alone. And there's nothing short of that.
Well, you can't go no more? I was gonna send this in the TV station.
It is in a way.
But it depends on which side of the fence you're on.
Mr. Angry Neighbor, I know just how you feel. I haven't been in your yard, so don't tell me I steal. I haven't held you, darling. Tracks ain't on the ground. Your tree hangs over my fence the night you're not around. I didn't
Jump the fence, the fruit was all for free. I wouldn't reach your apples if you just trim your tree.
I haven't been in your yard. Tracks ain't on the ground.
That's easier.
Your tree hangs over my fence.
That'd be easier
I
to say
did
that.
not around. Now, Mr. See that little trail that runs behind our home. These ain't the shoes that wore it there the nights that you were gone. So don't show me your anger and shout I stole a kiss when she did all the walking. I didn't jump the fence. I didn't
Jump the fence, the fruit was all for free. I wouldn't reach your apples if you just trim your tree. And yes,
sure
I
I'll
am
darling,
today.
but Mr. Where's sense? She's the one got lonely. I didn't jump the fence.
Hey!
He's cold and bitter. Then I beg of you.
Shit, I can't play.
Well, keep trying it. They'll come back to you.
Play Paper Roses. How's Paper Roses go?
I can't hardly play anything.
Well, I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I can't remember the words. I don't know why.
Paper Rosie, Paper Rosie. She sold her paper roses and they only cost a dime.
The sun went down in Calhoun County. Neon lights from an old beer sign shone through the window out on walked in to pass the time. I looked around, sat down at a table, ordered a beef on rice and a glass of wine. Through the door came a little old lady.
She sold her paper roses. You're doing good.
Kind of thing, I think he does pretty good.
I don't know, I think too much. Here, you play it.
I can't play it. I can hold it. I can look good holding it.
I just can't seem to play there without crying or something.
What do you, what tears start rolling down your cheeks?
Totally right.
Well,
Well, what was it about that? The little old lady that was selling, when
I
you're
don't
thinking
know.
a million times, I'll be out selling.
play the Coward of the County, Paul. You remember that one? That was your favorite. That's that rough and tough song. That,
I don't know why it is, I can't hardly play without.
Can you play Send Me the Pillow That You Dream Of?
Yeah, I know a lot of it, but I just, why can't I?
Well, you,
but she used to sing Sweet Thing all the time.
Here comes a lot of them.
Does anybody here sing
Her and
Sweet
Stanley
Thing?
used to sing Sweet Thing.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Never understand it, but he is a Paul. The prettiest daughter that you ever.
Come on, Carol.
Have your daddy say,
Heads of golden hair, blue eyes flashing everywhere, the prettiest girls in all of the world are those five little Johnson girls.
I remember Bill and Bob Delaney sit out there and they just listen to her.
well, she started singing that when she was this little.
Yeah, she's little then.
All of Daddy's kids and all.
I
of
think
them
they
used to
used
come
to
there and
play.
Sing it. And they
That's a
just,
smaller
they'd
neck.
get over and just listen to the line.
Put back over it. That's good guitar, that's good sound. Hell, I can't even hit the right thing.
I probably got it out of tune sitting there playing with it.
See, my fingers on
I probably messed it up playing with it.
Let's do that. All around the water tank, waiting for the train. 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain. I walked up to a brakeman to give him a line of talk. He said, if you got money, I'll see that you don't walk. I haven't got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Get off, you railroad bum, and he slammed that boxcar door.
We got a Yola
But he
now.
put me off in Texas, state I dearly love. wide open spaces all around me, just the moon and the stars above. Nobody seems to want me, nobody seems to care. I'm on my way from Frisco, going back to Dixieland. Well, my pocketbook is empty, my heart is filled with pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, just waiting for a train. Yodelady, 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 yodelady.
All right. Give him a clap, Stanley.
That's too high. Yeah, it's way too high.
That's the key in my player here.
Gee,
Better.
I don't get that.
All around the water tank, waiting for a train. 1,000 miles away from home, just sleeping in the rain. I can't. I'd have to learn the keys.
Yeah,
on
you
that.
got the tune up in the water tank.
Be quick to condemn her for things she might say. Just remember, life turned her that way. She's been walked on and stepped on so many times. And I hate to admit it, but those last footprints mine. She was crying when I met her. She cries harder today. So remember, life turned her that way. She's been walked on and stepped on so many times. And I hate to admit it, but the last footprint's mine. She was crying when I met her. She cries harder today. So don't blame her, life turned her that way. Oh, tell, let's see.
What is that, the coward of the county? You remember that one?
Considered coward of the county. Never said a legal thing, proved the county wrong. His mom was named from Tommy, folks just called him Yellow. Something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong. He was only 10 years old when his daddy died in prison. I looked after Tommy, he was my brother's son. After with the final words, my brother said to Tommy, son, my life is over, but yours has just begun. Promise me, son, It don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. One day while he was working, Gatlin boys came calling. They took turns at Becky. There were 3 of them. When Tommy opened up the door, saw his Becky crying, torn dress, the shattered look, the more that he could stand. He reached above the fireplace, took down his daddy's picture. Tears fell on his daddy's face, he heard these words again. Tenderly, to thrill the fairest lady of the land. It placed beside a blushing rose, the rose would not compare. But who of such as I to understand? I overlooked an orchid while searching for a rose. The orchid that I found, my dear, was you. The rose that I was searching for has proved to be untrue. The orchid now I found, my dear, was you. The rose has lost its color while the orchid stays the same. And I'm alone to face these lonely years. I've overlooked an orchid while searching for a rose. And I pay the price with bitter tears. I forgot it. You had almost a part of the words I got mixed up on there. Sang a song that made a hit. Don't talk now. That wouldn't change anything anyhow. Just hold me while the shadows bring us fear. I know you're not in love with me, and I'm not asking you to be. Just hold me close and love me one more time. You don't need to try and fool me. You don't need to lead me on. You don't need to say you love me. I've been around enough to know. Wait, don't tell a lie, 'cause I might just believe it tonight. And I know you're only trying to ease your mind. But don't worry, that's alright. I don't care if it's wrong or right. Just hold me close and love me one more time. You don't need to try and fool me. You don't need to lead me on. You don't need to say you love me. I've been around enough to know. Remember who sang that, Stanley? I don't recall the things you say you put me through. You say I quit my job and then I drank myself insane. I ran screaming out your name. It's not the sort of thing that I would do. But I don't remember loving you. I don't remember loving you. You might talk to my doctor, he drops by each day or two. I get a funny feeling when you look into my eyes. And when you smile at me, it gives my stomach butterflies. Must look like someone I once knew. But I don't remember loving you. I don't remember loving you. I absolutely, positively can't believe it true. Everyone I know here in this place is mighty strange. If you'll hand me my crayons, I'll be glad to take your name, in case I run across someone you knew. But I don't remember loving you. Sonny always liked that song.
Yeah, I teased Billy about it, and I never could remember the words to it.
Every time he'd come to the house, he'd want me to sing it. Sing that song. I don't believe it's true. Sunday morning sidewalk tonight. Oh. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. There's something in a Sunday makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound on the sleeping city sidewalk on Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stood beside a Sunday school and listened to the songs that they were singing. And I walked back down the road. Far away a lonely bell was ringing, and it echoed through the canyon like a disappearing dream of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. There's something on a Sunday. Hey, I get mixed up now. That's all I can do. I'm tired.
Driver.
I just want to get a little gossip for Ann Landers.
Uh-oh.
Well, you missed it.
Well, you
We're
should have
not
been in here a while
talking.
ago and we was telling funny
Telling
things.
tales I know.
We told
I
all the
didn't
funny
tell any
things
on
we
you,
know.
I told them on your friends.
You didn't know anything on Freddie?
When y'all got to do something, one of you tell the first joke, then Phyllis can tell a joke. And,
Start with Phyllis.
all right, Phyllis, tell a joke. You got to think of something.
Get me off that camera, right?
She's
Tell
gonna
him
start
about Freddie,
giving you hand signals.
David crawling in the floor under the window. He thought somebody was peeping in.
What, yeah, peeping Toms?
Well, they've done John Ross right.
What, are you making a movie?
Yeah, we're trying to. Don't interrupt now. You had your turn.
One of the funniest stories we heard from you guys was about the possum being in the...
Oh, that was one of the first ones I ever heard.
Was that a possum that was in the laundry room?
When David was sitting on top of it with his shorts and the ball cap on.
On top of the wash.
In his underwear and had a baseball
I
cap
said,
on.
yeah, I said, kill that thing. He said, go call Johnny.
Didn't he have a baseball
Yeah.
bat? Yeah, he had a baseball bat gonna kill him.
Go call Johnny. He
And there
thought
was,
Johnny
the
could
funny
do
thing
it.
about it, there was across the street, the Jenkins, their brother-in-law was there, was a great big baseball player. And I went over there to get him, he said, I ain't gonna have nothing to do with that possum.
Well, tough guy over here, Big Jim from Wild Kingdom. You heard the story about the snakes getting in our house.
About Paul fighting a snake, you've seen that?
No, I'm talking about the time they were in the house. You don't want me to tell what I'm fixing to tell on you.
No. Well, that one
Go
is,
ahead, Bev.
that one is funny as Paul, that
Oh,
snake.
well,
You've seen that
was
one, didn't
funny.
Yeah, I did.
I woke
I
up.
thought-
You give him a
and I was
copy
gonna
of it.
get up to go to
Yeah,
the
that was
bathroom,
funny.
and our bedroom has white carpet in it.
Well, Paul's scared of his shadow when it comes to snakes. Hey,
And there
can't
was
even, I mean, I couldn't even believe he stayed out in the yard looking at it.
And my dear, I went straight up like I was on a pogo stick. I mean, just straight up and landed on the bed. And I hit the bed and I bounced Freddie 3 feet in the air and he was sound asleep. He said, "What in the hell are you doing?" I said,
Hey, honey.
I said, "You shut up, there's a You shut up, there's a snake in here." And he said, "A snake?" And I said, "Yeah, just went across here." And about the time it went behind the triple dresser, which must weigh 600 pounds.
Oh,
And so the thing was behind it, and you can't see under it. And he said, well, do something. And I said, "I'm not, you do something." And so we both of us got up, and we couldn't see the snake, so we tippy-toed out and went out in the kitchen. And we're sitting there, and Freddie said, "Well, we'll open all the doors, and it'll go out." So he had the front door hanging open, and the patio door hanging open. We made a pot of coffee, still no snake. And so he goes out and he gets a piece of PVC pipe, you know, like you use for sprinklers, and he runs a piece of wire up through an electrical cord, and he puts a noose in the end of it. And this is going to be a snake catcher. He left. You don't want that on.
You heard what she told
So
him,
he's
you
in there
didn't.
poking around with this piece of PVC pipe with a noose on it. So I said, "Well, what kind of snake was it?" He had seen it. He said, "I don't know." He says, "Call Blake." And Blake's working out at the golf course. I called Blake on the phone and I said, "Blake, what kind of snake?" And I start describing it. He said, "Well, where are you now? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm standing in the middle of the coffee table in the family room." So he starts doing his Wild Kingdom. He says, "Whoa, Big Jim wrestles the
Oh, that crazy guy.
And then he starts laughing at me. And we never did. And finally, the one came out. And I swear to you, there was 2 of them in there.
Oh,
They were enormous.
I wouldn't slept.
You
And the
couldn't have got
snake-
Paul back in the
The
bed.
snake catcher did not work. And you can finish the story I've told on you.
Huh?
You can finish the story.
And for the rest of the story.
The one of them, finally, you chased one of them out, then you got in behind the
No, there's only one in there at a time. It just happened
One at a
within,
time.
within 2 weeks or 3 weeks of each other is all it was.
Well, that had probably been in there all that time.
We had left, it was.
No, they'd come back on the porch. I run them off.
They're
But our friend Louise, she'll come over and she sees one. She'll just reach down and pick it up and take it and throw it over the fence.
I had the sliding door open on the patio back in the summer. On House Spring. You know about that before. That's Mary. I was sitting in the recliner. I just happened to glance over there and there was a possum. It was up in the den, on the carpet. And David was back in his room reading the paper. I couldn't say a word. I couldn't move. I couldn't holler. Finally, I must have moved my foot or something. That thing looked at me, turned around, and went back outside.
I'm afraid your foot, Phyllis.
And now I can be sitting there and I think I see something running by with the door shut. You ever do that? Like you see a rat or something?
You think, according to your right
Yeah.
way.
I see stuff all the time.
Well, listen, that's funny as I've ever felt when we was down Sue's and that little critter
Got up under her gown.
Mother,
She thought it did.
what was it?
One of those little bugs.
Oh.
No, it's a lizard, like. What do they call them down there?
It's a lizard, and I was trying to put my gown on it everywhere.
And every time he touched her leg, she'd jump hard.
Every time I gown would touch my leg, I just knew
Well,
that.
it was in the closet on our luggage, wasn't it? And Aunt Sue was gonna try to catch it. And Mother, she'd take a step in that gown and touch her, she'd scream.
Well, that's we was down there. One got in the house, and it was on the wall, and it was in there where Paul slept. Well, Paul, he saw it. He hollered, "Here comes Sue," and they didn't catch it. Sue got the vacuum cleaner out.
Oh, God, put it in the
He picked it up with the vacuum cleaner, and Paul, he wouldn't even go near that vacuum cleaner. Next day, she said, "Why, that thing's probably still in there." But anyway, she emptied it out, and it wasn't nowhere to be found, so he had to crawl back out.
Paul didn't know he crawled out.
No,
He went and got him a motel room.
Every time I'd holler, those Sue's, she'd say, "Get yourself in there." And that gown and touching, oh Lord, you talk about funny.
And Jordan catches those on my back porch on the screen. They run all over the place because they can come in under the bone scrapers and on the bottom of the screen door. He runs out there and he squats down and he'll catches them.
That's how I always used to know when Christy got home and I had the house camel get down in the basement. And she'd hit that door and you could hear her screaming.
Those things are
She'd
boogers.
scare her to death.
The big old black ones.
Those are hot real
Yeah.
high.
Yeah, those great big, you had them down in the basement
Yeah.
there for a while.
They still go.
They're boogery.
Would they bite you?
No. Camelback. Camelback.
Yeah, they're big.
Well, I don't care if they're camelback or what. I don't like the darn things.
I thought somebody killed Christy first time.
See, now it's recording. I messed the button.
Somebody was fooling around the house.
Wow.
Family.
Do you think he acts a lot like Blake when he was
Well, stand up.
Blake was always
Stand up and sing real big.
with something mechanical like
Stand up and sing real big.
here
Stand right here.
let's just
Stand
like
right
here,
there.
from here down.
Yeah.
Come here, stand right
Now
there.
look at the camera and start over again. Say, I love you. You love
It's like seeing Blake as a
Yeah.
baby.
Is his hair like Blake's?
No, it's straight as a color.
Really?
His hair now is the color of Brooks,
Huh.
but it was cold.
Well, we can't hear you now. You gotta sing loud.
Yeah, when he was 4.
Sing loud.
Brooks was like that. Hers was real black when she was born.
And his is like that. It's getting lighter.
Won't you say you
Go there in
love
front of the
me
camera. Go there by Uncle
too?
Paul. Let him film you.
Uncle Freddie wants to take you.
Yep. Paul will help you sing.
Movies.
Let him get you somewhere around him.
Then Janie looks just like that. So you could stick 'em
Oh,
straight.
what fun. Come on.
Except for the red hair. His hair's
Jingle
black.
bells,
No,
jingle
sort of
bells.
a dishwasher. Florida and it's out
ABC, sing ABC.
blonde. He's got real light blue eyes and Janie's got just like blue eyes.
That's their brand. Boy, you're repeating the same thing.
It's hung
That's
up.
good.
Just tap her on the head.
Yeah.